Hi everyone and welcome to Warmer. We're your hosts, Jack
and Dan.
Today we're going to be looking at the Cryptothralls.
Yeah, we're going to be asking, are the ablative wounds worth it? And also, what does ablative actually mean? And my third question is do they have the worst gun in the game? Because I think it's a good contender, I think.
I think there are a lot of things that are really bad in this,
Well, yeah,
in this guy.
yeah.
But we'll try and be positive as we always do.
Good.
Let's start off, Dan, with stat block.
Yeah. Okay, 5-inch movement. They've got a toughness of 4, a 3-up save, 3 wounds, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
A leadership of 8, and an OC of 1.
Yep. So pretty standard, and we'll get more into it because I've got a lot to say about this unit, but I kind of want to save it for the right sections.
Well, let's move on to unit composition. How many are in a unit?
So there's 2 models in this unit, and they cost 60 points.
How many points?
60.
Oh wow, they must be really good for that many
exactly,
points.
Mate, exactly. So each model is equipped with, help me with this one, Dan.
Scouring Eye,
and Scythed Limbs.
Scythed Limbs, well done, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then basically, you can only attach 1 Cryptothrall unit to per unit.
Yes.
So keep that one.
Yeah,
in
they're
mind.
kind of they're one of those weird corners left in tent of jank, I suppose. Like, you need to talk your opponents through these when if you use them.
It was a conversation at the start to be like, what's inside this unit? Oh, right, I've got this, and this, and this. It's like a lot of players are used to like, right, you can bring 1 unit and 1 HQ.
Yeah.
But in our units,
we
can bring like a unit, a HQ, a Cryptek, which is also a character, plus Cryptothralls. It's like some lists were like
Necron Jang.
Yeah, pretty much that conversation. But yeah, cool. We'll continue on because got a lot more to say.
Yes.
Keywords, Dan.
They've got Necron, surprise. They are infantry, and they've also got the Cryptothralls keyword.
That is. You can see where the points are coming from now.
Oh, yes.
60 points. This is the
20 points a keyword there, here we go then. Let's find out about these weapon profiles.
Yeah, that's everyone. If you're watching this, sit down.
Yeah.
Get ready to be amazed. So the Scouring Eye is a range of 6 inches.
Wow.
Amazing. 2 attacks,
Yeah.
hitting on 4s, strength 5, -1 AP, and 1 damage.
So, given it's only got 6-inch range, it's going to have the pistol keyword, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
What a dumbass weapon.
You've got to get close to use this, Dan. Yeah.
So you've got to move up to be within a 6-inch charge to shoot, and then you can't, and then that's it.
That's it. Use it.
Help me out here, people, because is there a worse gun in the game? I think it's got to be a strong contender for worst gun in the game.
Pistols, as we see.
What about the melee profile?
Oh, melee profile. Open up from here, Dan. So, Scythed Limbs, melee, 4 attacks each.
That's all right.
It's not bad. Hitting on 4s, strength 5, -1 AP, and 1 damage.
It's not the worst in the world, is it?
Melee profile, it's not bad. It is not bad.
Their nickname is the Murder Buckets because they used to murder, but that's
It's they fell off.
It's
Dan.
meh. Yeah,
the meh is probably a good word for these guys. Abilities, Dan. Does this bring them back?
It used to, Jack, but it doesn't
used
anymore. Right. So this is important here. So the first ability is Bound Creation. While this unit is in the same unit as a Cryptek model, that Cryptek model has a Feel No Pain of 4 up.
I think there's some confusion on this one as well, right?
Yes.
Because the way we read it is that these Cryptothralls do not have the 4 up Feel No Pain.
No.
Only the Cryptek model. So this guy, those guys have it.
Yes.
Those fellas, the little ones, do not.
I think some of the confusion is because at the start of 10th, they did.
Yeah.
So at the start of 10th edition, the Cryptothralls had a 4 up Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
And what that meant was you could also whack them in Lich Guard units back then. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And what that meant was you could choose to take the wounds on successful wound rolls on the Cryptothralls, and then if you failed your armor saves, you could try and make your 4 up Feel No Pain. So it made the whole unit super tanky.
Yeah.
But as things stand,
the way we read it, at least anyways, that to me seems like these guys do not have it.
No.
It is the Cryptek model that is attached.
Which is a nerf. I mean, they've got a points nerf, and that's a rules nerf, isn't it? Let us know in the comments if we are getting that wrong, but rules as written, that seems to be how it is.
Because these guys don't even have the Cryptek.
They don't have a Feel No Pain.
They don't have the keyword for Cryptek.
They don't have the keyword for Cryptek, and they definitely don't have Feel No Pain ability on their data sheet.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It's a massive shame. And I think the extra layer of confusion probably comes from is that since no one brings them anymore, no one's clarifying mid-game, oh, no, this is how it works.
It's one of those, like, obviously we would never do that because it's cheating, but you could comfortably bring them, and most people wouldn't know that. The rule had changed. And you can understand, because the rules change all the time, you can understand why people that use them in the early 10th still think they've got to feel no pain, because why would you think
exactly? Yeah.
It's an issue, one of those issues where you've just got to keep up with the rules.
Definitely.
They've got a couple more abilities though.
Go
Obviously,
ahead.
they've got reanimation protocols for you getting your D3 wounds back in your command phase, which is not bad. And they've also got something called systematic vigor. Each time a Cryptothrall model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought this phase, roll a d6 and on a 2+, it can fight. So it's basically fight on death.
It's not bad.
And on a 2+ is quite good.
It's really good.
We've been through the melee profile. It's not amazing, but you could end up chipping a couple more wounds off.
The reason why that's probably good for us, it ties in with reanimation, because if those two guys fall victim to dying during the battle, when you reanimate, you can bring these ones back in the unit, because the unit itself is still alive, so you can bring those ones back instead of warriors or immortals.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. So when your leader attaches to a unit, that unit, say you attach them to 10 immortals, the immortals become the bodyguard unit. If you attach to Cryptothralls, they become part of the bodyguard unit too, don't they?
Correct.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good. Right.
This is where the jank comes in, where everyone's like, hey, hold on, we read that? It's like, this is one big unit, so they will come back.
And you can, as the Necron player, you can choose which model takes the wounds.
Exactly right.
You have to declare it when you roll the dice to your opponent.
Yep.
You can't roll all the dice and say, all right, well,
this goes here, this goes here.
You've got to declare it as you roll, but you can do that, which it is janky, but
it works.
We'll take what we can get.
Exactly, with these guys for 60 points.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I can. Yeah.
The stratagem section is going to be short and sweet this is edition.
Certainly is. So basically, for these guys, there's no stratagems that really are beneficial for these particular guys. Most of your stratagems you'll be using on the main blob unit, like the warriors or the immortals or the Lich Guard, but not those guys.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can take them in Lich Guard anymore.
No,
you can't put a Cryptek in there, can you?
Wraiths now, sorry, Wraiths.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
But you wouldn't want to take these with Wraiths.
No. So yeah, there's they are you can start to see why they used to be really good and they're now not.
They're very bad.
But certainly not at 30 points a model.
Nah.
What about then the best ways to play this unit?
So again, we've just discussed how bad they are.
Yeah.
For the majority. The only thing that's really good for these guys is that they're reanimation. You can bring them back. So if you want to put, because again, they got 3 wounds instead of the normal 1 wound. So those small arms fire, they can soak up a lot of small arms fire. 6 wounds per turn, and in your turn you'll be reanimating them back up, and if you've got a good roll you'll be bringing both of them back. I know just one of them back.
Yes, you could bring one back on a 5 or a 6. Yeah,
exactly.
Plus all if you've got, obviously there's extra ways to add reanimation dice or whatever, isn't there?
Exactly. So basically you want them up the field. If you've got them, you want to make sure that the unit that since they cost so much, you want to put them in a unit that's going to be in the line of fire quite often, to basically get the most out of those points, bringing those 30 points, because again they're 30 points each. Bringing 30 points back each turn, it all adds up.
So I've seen some people, we obviously put this out to the Necron community like normal, and some of the people came back and said they are using them with immortals for the ablative wounds. And my personal preference would be warrior blobs, because that the warrior blob is more often something that you're going to stick on a mid-board objective and try and hold it for as long as you can.
Exactly.
And an extra 6 wounds in that unit might be the difference between 5 points and none.
6 wounds or 6 warriors, is that how you? That's kind of how you can see it. Yeah. So for 2 models to go away, that OC of 1, right? Yeah, OC of 1 compared to an OC of 2.
Yeah.
Massive save.
Yeah. So they can save a lot of warriors and keep that OC on the objective. That's a good point.
So that's 12 OC versus 2 OC. Yeah, if you think of it that way. Yeah. So that's
I hadn't considered that.
I'm not convincing you here. These are bad, Dan. Don't use them. Don't use them.
If you're thinking that way with warriors are 10 points anyway, aren't they? Yeah. So basically, you're getting, like you say, 6 warriors worth of wounds at a higher toughness as well. So there's I can kind of see it a little bit, but it's most people that most Necron players I know certainly aren't using warriors to do that. But if you were, that's how I do it.
That's fair. It's just, I guess if you've got like the spare 60 points and you're like, do I need some more death marks? It's like, I don't need any more death marks. I've got enough death marks for my secondaries. I'll tell you what, I've got an extra 60 points. I'll whack these guys in my squad of warriors that I've got just to buff them out. That's maybe a potential to use them.
I mean, I suppose the other thing is on immortals, if you're looking at them the same way, immortals are 1 wound each. And how many wounds, how many points is an immortal? About more than 15, aren't they?
Well, yeah, because you're going to get 5 of them in a squad for 10 points, something like that.
No, it's less than that. But
less than that.
Yeah, for 5, yeah. But they are then if you're putting your immortals, if you're expecting your immortals to go and do that job where they stand on an objective and not die, but my argument would be, why are you doing that with 10 immortals anyway?
Yeah, they're the ones to be teleporting around.
Yeah, you want to get your shots off.
Teleporting away. Yeah, you don't want
them
to line of fire.
So, I mean, there are ways to play them, as we just explained, but they're not getting our list at the moment. What about best ways to play against them? Do you need to worry about them that much?
Not really. Again, depending on what unit they're a part of, you might not even get the chance, depending on how your opponent plays them, you might not even get the chance to shoot at them, because again, with the one of the combos that we like to do is for the immortals, you pop them down and teleport them back up into the night scythe.
Yeah.
But if they're doing that, you probably won't see them in that list.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't need them if you're doing the night scythe combo. Yeah.
Yeah. So realistically, you probably won't see them. But when you do, and if you basically, you even need lots of small arms fire, like lots and lots of it, because they will soak it up and they will come back. It's gonna be one of them things where you'll have to just, if they're in the open and you've got there's nothing else to shoot, probably you have to shoot a lot of things at it to take down a 20 warrior blob plus those two plus a HQ plus something else.
That's a good point. I think if you're used to playing against Necrons, you'll know that you have to pour extra firepower into a unit anyway to get rid of it. So just think about some extra firepower to get rid of the Cryptothralls, I guess.
Exactly. But it's probably worth keeping in mind, mainly to be like, all right, cool, there's two squads here. One has Cryptothralls, one doesn't.
Yeah.
Right, screw that unit. I'm going to go for the one that doesn't have them, because they've got a lot less wounds in there. And that's probably one of the better ways to play against them. And again, just ignoring them. There's too many, sometimes understanding there's too many models in there for me to take out. I'm just not going to shoot them and shoot something else that's going to be more valuable.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just best being smarter on how you verse them.
Yeah, you don't have to take all three objectives off your opponent, even if they're on all three. You can you pick up the other two.
The monkey brain in me is like, I need to get rid of those guys off, but you just don't. Yeah.
That's a good point, and I think warrior blob, 20 warriors with a Cryptothrall, an Overlord, and these guys is a chunk of points, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like must be near around 400, I'm gonna guess.
Oh yeah.
So
200 for
the warriors alone, and then you couple
70, plus 60,
70 in your
plus
Overlord and your Cryptothrek, and then Cryptotech and your Cryptothralls. Yeah, you're around the 400 mark.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of points. So 20% of your opponent's army, if they want to sit on an objective and you then just ignore them and go and take the other two. Why
easy.
not?
Yeah. Massive.
Good.
Not a lot more on that one, but yeah.
I think that's reasonable. What changes do we think then this needs to make Cryptothralls great again?
You love that.
I do love it. Sorry, I know. I'm going to squeeze. I've probably already squeezed every ounce of humour out of that, but I'm just going to keep squeezing.
I like it. No, I respect it. But yeah, there's changes wise. Again, I put this out to the community, and after a lot of people came back and said points decrease is the big one that everyone said, because they did get a points increase, didn't they?
They got points increase and an ability nerf because they lost their feel no pain for themselves. Yeah.
So basically points decrease. People were saying -10, -15. I'm saying minus, for what they currently do, -30. 30 points for these guys. They don't do much. Realistically, why ever would you need to give your Cryptech a 4-up inventory?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you are if in your meta your opponent has a lot of precision, then you will want to give the feel no pain to your Cryptech to try and stop it being sniped out.
Yeah.
But even then, it seems an expensive way of doing it, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So 30 points, I would say 30 points, 15 points each isn't bad for them, because based not changing any stat blocks, 30 points for that. Again, all they're really doing is giving a bit more melee profile to the units that we don't have good melee profiles. You would never put these with Wraiths, because Wraiths have they move 10 or 12. Those guys only move 5.
Yeah, they've got very low movement.
They're going to slow down the Wraiths, which you don't want.
No.
So realistically, they're only going to be going with the 2 walking guys, and they don't have very good melee. So
yeah, you put them in your Immortals or your Warriors. As we said, we think Warriors, but let us know if you can make them work with Immortals. I'm interested in that.
Yeah. I think the next one is something that you would like.
Yeah, they definitely need the range. The Scouring Eye needs pistol keyword.
Yes.
Why would you ever have a gun at 6-inch range that isn't a pistol? Just is stupid. It's dumb.
Even pistols have longer range.
Yeah, a lot of pistols have longer range now.
I think I was thinking that they were a Yarrick wannabe.
Yeah.
The little red eye. But realistically, give them the pistol keyword at least, just because when they're in combat, they've got that extra little bit of punch of what they can do. In the last one, I think just more defense. You know, we talked about the feel no pain that they had in the past.
Yeah,
bring that back. If
they're going to stay at 60 points, give them pistol keyword and their own feel no pain back. Then now we're talking. You know,
or even like leave the points as it is. I think people wouldn't shy away from a 5-up feel no pain.
Yeah,
does the job.
Yeah, I would probably take that at the points as it. Yeah, okay.
But realistically, they need some sort of more defense, and that's kind of what everyone's really been saying. Because another way is actually someone mentioned was reduce the points, leave the stat profile as it is, reduce the points again by 20, 30 points, and then what they could really be is an action monkey.
Cheap action monkeys, good.
Because we've got the Locust Destroyer, that's 30 points.
Yeah.
That has an 8-inch move, so 6 inch, a pretty good movement.
Yeah.
So these guys don't. So instead, just reduce their points to 25, maybe 30 points, and they'll just be one of them things where they're just behind enemy lines.
And it would be 6 wounds to get through instead of 3 on a Locust Destroyer, which is decent. Yeah.
So lots of potential and what they could do to make them better. They just needed to now do it.
Take notes, GW, please.
As always, yeah.
But yeah, it's disappointing. They're a beautiful model. I know they say it's a lot, but I absolutely love my murder buckets. Love playing them in earlier editions. They're just not much. They're not much cop at the moment in time. So one of those issues where GW's knee-jerked a little bit too much, like they did with Mega Knobs for Orcs.
Yes.
They've given them a points nerf and an ability nerf, where it should have been one or the other, I think.
One or the other, to test the waters. Yeah. If they're still too powerful, bring them in, but they've just destroyed them.
Yeah, they have.
Like a few models out there.
Good.
But that's it, yeah.
All right. Well, that was really interesting, I think. There's a couple of opportunities there with some slight tweaks. We might see them back on the tabletop, I think.
Fingers crossed.
But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments how you use them, and we'll be back soon with a new video.
Thank you so much.